Welcome back, everybody, to Grand Tactician, a Civil War. I'm Grumpy Grandpa Gaming, and this is episode 4 of our Rebel Summer 61 campaign using the a.o.m mod. So, last episode, we did have a fight down here at Fredericksburg, where my mouse is, with the Union trying to flank me out of my Manassas positions with 2 corps. We did see them off with some heavier casualties than I would have liked, but we did see them off. And something else happened I did not catch last episode is they moved the Army of Mississippi down to Mississippi and are now besieging the Fort Pillow garrison. So I am dispatching the Army of Western Tennessee to take care of those forces. And the Army of Missouri, which I do have sitting in Springfield, Missouri, I have decided to pull back into Carrollton back at Arkansas in order to prepare for the winter season. It's September, so there's not much more we can do while the rest of the forces get ready. So they'll be wintering over in Carrollton. And I did have a fleet action last episode. I don't think I brought it up, where one of my raiding fleets was destroyed by the federal forces. I am rebuilding a second one down in Savannah. And we're going to try and use that fleet once again to try and clear out some of our port areas. But I don't know how well it's going to work. We do have 2 ironclads under construction. The 2 ironclads that we already do have are still prepping for combat, so they're going to be a few months out still from that. And the 4 that the 4 frigates I'm building to add to our overseas raiding fleets over here at the trade nodes. I think that covers everything from the last episode. I do have one item to add to the historical record, and then we'll move this campaign along. From the diary, Corporal Zachary Williams, Nashville Grenadiers, Wildcat Brigade, dated September 17th of 1861. To all those it might concern, I've been prompted to put to paper the following thoughts and actions for the memory of future generations, so that whatever might befall me, it cannot be doubted my personal conduct was nothing but honorable. I know Mother would be greatly ashamed to know I've gone off, but my father always spoke of the glories of soldiering, the camaraderie gallantry displayed from the officers and the men alike, regardless of the dangers faced. So I made up my mind to enroll in the county militia. The recruiting sergeant asked me if I was over 18. I had previously carved the number into the heel of my boot so that I would not give the lie. Shortly after arriving in the camp, dubbed Camp Wildcat, after another camp in Kentucky, the captain asked for any man who could read to step forward. Myself and 5 others obliged. We were given a strip of red cloth. Memory serves me correctly, 2 oldest received 2, and informed that as materials became available, we would receive proper stripes. Following this, I was then given a butternut uniform and a smoothbore musket, though I confess my knowledge of mechanics of war are limited. What I've seen have not given me much confidence. Lord forgive me. It seems not a blasted man in the entire brigade knows what he's about. Barring, of course, the colonel, a veteran of the war with Mexico, the older men are to be believed, who is always present when oversight is needed. I was told to familiarize myself with Scott's militia tactics, and to find 8 men sober and rousable for watch along the creek. So far, I found a camaraderie and adventure in the war. It seems mostly to be, again, Lord forgive me, a constant scramble to bring things into a tolerable fashion. Still, I have determined to do the duty and trust it to me to my ability. Come what may, God preserve us. Once again, as always, I do appreciate everybody who submits the unit stories, letters, diaries, and newspaper entries that have been propped up in the last few campaigns. They are a joy to read, some of them. Alright, as I was saying, we do have this one Union Army over here, Army of the Mississippi, besieging Fort Pillow, so the Army of Western Tennessee is on its way to go take care of that. So this should be our next action. It's now September 16th, so I really don't see much happening unless the AI is going to push on attacks, which it is wont to do during the winter for some reason. But this should be our next action right here, so I'll be back. Alright, it's now September 17th, and the Army of Western Tennessee has joined in at the siege of Fort Pillow. And we're going up against the Army of Mississippi, led by General Grant. He's bringing 7,481 infantry, 360 cavalry, and 23 guns to the fight. We don't have an accurate number up here because it's only counting the Fort Pillow garrison. But we're bringing around 10,000 infantry, another 1,000 cavalry, and probably around 20 or so guns to the fight. I'm going to turn this over to an assault because I don't trust us to win and auto-resolve. So let's jump in. Welcome, my grunts, to the Battle of Fort Pillow. So we are on the defensive, and we are defending down here at the Stevens Farm along Copper Mountain. Federals are coming in from this point here, this point here. So they do have several approach paths that come down to us. I'm not overly crazy about. I'm going to move Chatham's division. I like this land better. Just in case they come down this road, and if they don't, we can easily shift off of it. That's much better positioning. So I'm going to keep one division here over by the Stevens house overlooking the fields over it, and Chatham's division up here. Do we add the battery of artillery? I think we do. Plus an extra battery of artillery. Batteries down here, 2 up here. Yeah, I think that's good. We can shift in either direction as needed. We do have a small numbers advantage. Not much of one. We do have an advantage. We have a 2,500 man advantage. Hopefully that's all that we need, because this is his army's first fight, so everybody's going to have the battle jitters. So all we're going to do is wait for the Federals to show up and then try and kick the crap out of them. All right, it's now 14:30, day one of the fight. And we do have Federal cavalry coming down the road with infantry approaching behind. Then we have the 2nd Illinois to our front. And they're approaching a skirmish line I laid out at the railroad tracks over here. I did bring Chatham's division back down. They are forming basically into a... Oh, hello. What do we have here? An army marching across... What in the... Interesting. What are you looking at there? First Brigade, 1,600 men. North Arkansas, Stevens. We're going to turn and handle this brigade. What's going on at the skirmish line here? Right into our skirmishers, and they are not having a good time of it. So I did raise the sound on the game a little bit from the last episode, so hopefully you hear the gunfire better in the video. You guys are done. Surprised it's 2 brigades back here. Now they're moving along the railroad line. Okay, that's fine. Means it's going to flank my skirmishers out of their positions. I'm not too worried about that. They were just there as a delaying force anyway. So we're going to that edge. Oh, these guys are disorganized as all hell over here. Russell, can you get into position over here without getting too disrupted along the way, I hope? See you, Stevens, right up here on this bridge line if we can. 12th Arkansas, you're just going to keep coming down this way. Form a reserve on this road. You're not You're a regimental size unit, so I'm not expecting much out of you. Core to your artillery. I did not realize these guys were set up in low ground. Here. Here. I don't think we're gonna. No, we're not gonna be able to intercept these two brigades. You guys haven't been doing anything there, so we're going to turn and face you. Into this Union infantry. To allow Russells to hit them in a flank. Our morale was low. Theirs is low. We started with 37.5. They started at like 36. We already got them down to 33. So this fight's not going to last very long. Might be able to hold with the skirmish line over here. Don't shift position, damn it. Yeah, he's not on, but I hate it when the skirmishers do this stuff. Turn and I'm going to take unnecessary casualties because of this crap. Oh, I see Russell coming. Stevens is not going to get there anytime soon. The hell? AI is off. They have no initiative, but they're doing their own thing anyway. Let it stand. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. Casualties we didn't need to take that were taken. I should have never sent these guys off through the woods. I'm trying to do things with them that they are not trained to do yet. It's still early war for what I'm trying to do. They gotta recall the skirmishers now. With their brigades. Very good. Brings them down to 29.2 morale. We lost 46 men so far, mostly because this, I don't know what the hell this skirmisher unit was doing. At all. Russell, you halt. All right, we might have a few minutes here before they restart their attack, so I'll be back. All right, it's now 16:45, and the Federals looks like they decided to push through the woods at me here across this creek line, trying to get on my right flank. It's actually a good thing I did not engage Russell's brigade down here, as there was actually 2 more brigades of infantry and 2 batteries of artillery coming up behind them, so they sent a lot of forces along that route. What actually got here? I'm not sure who that is. They're about to come into range of these Enfields. Not going to be a good day for them. And 12th, let's get you out here also. I doubt they're going to arrive in time to help. Just a 2 brigade attack. That's probably one of their divisions. And they're not bringing any artillery down the road to support them. So hopefully this will be it for this combat, but we'll see. It's laid down out of sight. Orders. Division commander's down here because of the Arkansas Regiment. Let's get you up closer to the front, please. Alright, we can't see them, but they can see us. That's not good. Lay down. Should be able to see them. They're right there. Gate's about to march into range, so we'll stand back up here in a second. There we go. Up and at it, boys. Laying down. We're going to push forward. Side of them. So, they kind of drawing me out of my positions. I shouldn't have allowed this to happen, but it is what it is. Big coming down this road, so tap and pull your men forward. Get your ass on the move, man. Brigade's about to break. Can't see them again. Right up on these boys. There they go. Damn first battle jitters. Chatham, get your ass up here. I'm thinking about firing you right now. boys doing? Just advance, please. Why would your backs be turned? What the hell are you doing? Go see those two brigades. Very good. Why the hell were their backs turned? Lay down. Chatham, where are you? What the hell are you doing, man? Got them down to 26 morale. Not enough to break them yet. Give me some skirmishers. Going after that artillery. I'd like to keep this from going to a day 2 if possible. Don't need their morale recovering. Really not helping me is having these supersized divisions that I have, because these are 4 brigade divisions, or 4 brigades in a battery division. There go skirmishers right away. He's running back to that broken brigade. Of course he is. At least their infantry is masking their artillery right now. Or it was. I didn't order you to send out a second set of skirmishers. I have initiative turned off. Unless I hit that by mistake. I could have sworn I told them to lay down. Try and finish this off. First battle jitters and a.o.m mod makes it so much worse. These guys are not well armed either, apparently. That's good. Apparently they are. They see what's coming and they're trying to reform. Staying just out of range of these mixed muskets. There we go. Hopefully we can break them before the day's over. Gant's wounded. 12th Arkansas. And Tappan just broke great. Still all the way back here. Come on. I'm thinking about firing Chatham right now. Fighting's going on up here, and he's all the way to hell back here. That battery, please. Cavalry back up. I guess they reformed that brigade. Send out skirmishers. Artillery finally broke. I'm not going to have you marching on the canister. Just go get them if we can, please. We're almost broken. Should be this battery or this brigade, and that should do them in. And as far as I'm concerned, you're damn finished. I think he's getting command of a fort somewhere. There they go. Run up these casualties a little bit. Supposed to be withdrawn, but they're still coming forward at us. I'm gonna leave these guns behind. Start replacing all my 6-pounders. More that retreating unit, you got an effective unit right to your front need to fight. Here we go, some more captured guns. And 12 Louisiana just broke, but that's alright. Already won the fight. It's long. That could have gone a lot better. We still caused 2-to-1 casualties, so I'll take that. Took down 900 of their 7,500 infantry, 75 of their 350 cavalry. Got all 20 of his guns for a total loss of 1,000 of his 8,000 men. We lost 454 of our 9,948 infantry. No cavalry because we had none. 0 of our 38 guns. Total loss of 454 of our 10,503 men. And these are viewer units. We did lose. Take a look at the combat reports anyway. Cham's Division, 12th Arkansas Infantry did 34 to infantry, 8 to artillery patrol 42. Tappan's Brigade did 115 to infantry, 6 to artillery patrol 121. Russell did 93 to infantry. Stevens Brigade did 481 to infantry, 16 artillery patrol 497. Looks like they'll be getting the Grumpy Silver for this battle. Division total 753. Pillow. 10th Arkansas Regiment did 35 to infantry, 18 to cavalry, total 53. Featherston did 60 to infantry, 24 to cavalry, for total of 84. 12th Louisiana did 63 to infantry, 22 to cav, 37 to artillery, total 122. Senior Brigade did 12 to infantry, 9 to cavalry, total 21. And none of the artillery took part in the fighting. As far as I know, we lost only the one officer wounded. Yep, Colonel Gant out of 12th Arkansas. See if we took down any of the federal officers. That division has no troops in it. It's one regiment. And McLaren, we killed one battery commander, 2nd Illinois Artillery Battery A, Captain Davidson. So we lost 1 wounded, they lost 1 dead. Not the best fight in the world, but as I said, it's everybody's first fight, so what happens? Victory at Fort Pill. Army of Mississippi fleeing in panic. Colonel Stevens becomes a national hero and Colonel Cook loses face. Battle Fort Pill has ended with the Army of Mississippi retreating in panic. My command has earned us total victory with the enemy army running for their lives. The enemy's reported suffered total casualties of 1,024 men. There are 144 killed and 149 captured. Our casualties total 454 men with 96 killed, 66 missing, and the rest wounded. We captured 437 rifles and 9 guns from the field. Sent 150 soldiers down to our camp in Andersonville. Alright. Get that battle rolled off. I'm going to keep this episode rolling. That wasn't too long of a fight. It was a little draggy because everybody's moving slow. But, take a look here at our officers. We start getting people we do not want. So 12th Arkansas needs a new commander. Should just roll them up into one of the other brigades. We do have a couple regimental commands. I think we'll leave it for now. You gotta get replaced. So Claiborne, looks like you're getting the next command assignment. And I'm going to leave Chatham in command for right now. See, he took a bit of a hit on his leadership administration and cunning in that fight. I'm not really happy with how he did, but it's everybody's first fight. And Polk bumped up a little bit, except in initiative. Everybody's first fight, nobody knows what the hell they're doing, so I'm going to let that go for now. I'm going to put him back on station. Did have him up here on the border. I think I want him at this crossroad. I pull him back to Jackson. I'm going to have him sit at Jackson, build a depot there for the winter. Should have these guys build a depot for themselves. So I don't want to give up sitting at the Cumberland Gap. But they're not having any supply issues either, so they don't need a depot. They don't have a lot of men. I guess that's it for now. I'll be back with the next incident. Alright, looks like... oh, good God. Charles Smith is in command of an army. So we got the Department of Maryland and the Department of Washington pushing down on Manassas Junction. Going up against Mount Potomac. They're bringing 19,494 infantry, 9,640 cavalry, and 110 guns to my 28,107 infantry, 3,100 cavalry, and 136 guns. And this is not the only action we were looking at. These guys kind of stole a march on me as couldn't get the Army of Shenandoah down in time to support. So I was actually over this way watching what was going on out west as we have the Department of the West approaching Carrollton with the Army of Missouri. I did order the Indian Army up to support them just in case. I was out here looking at this and not paying attention to Eastern Theater. So, yeah, let's go jump into this one and give these boys another bloody nose. Welcome, my grunts, to the second battle of Manassas Junction. We are defending. We have one defense point, and that's Henry Hill, which we already hold. And we have a slight morale advantage of 10 points, which really doesn't add up too much. Thankfully, this is not this force's first combat, so it should be easier. I think the two forces we are fighting, it is their first combat. So they are entering right up here in this corner of the map. Probably means they're either going to come straight down the road to Centerville and straight up to Warrenton Turnpike, which is probably what they are going to do, or they can come down the railroad cut, or the unfinished railroad line, and approach during this flank. I'm going to set up as if they're coming across these fords over here. I'm going to set up along Farm Ford, Stonebridge, and Lewis Ford. And probably send my cavalry up here towards Sudley Springs to watch the unfinished railroad, just in case they send anybody down this way, because it is two separate forces. They might come from two separate directions, even though we're on the same road. So, well, I'm going to get my troops set up, and I will come back in once we have contact with the Federals. All right, it's now 8:50 in the morning, and it's a good thing I sent Lee's cavalry division up this way, as I sent their cavalry division up this way also. Here's another regiment of cavalry approaching down at Poplar Ford, which I was not expecting. One of these guns to support. So Federals are kind of all over the place right now. And we still have the charge icons stuck on. I guess we'll charge these guys out. Once the charges are done, we'll be able to control them properly. We can't knock these two cavalry regiments out right now. Nice good old-fashioned cavalry fight out on the flank. Start firing. There we go. Go get these boys. This brigade does not want to break. There we go. This regiment also showed them the error of their ways, boys. First U.S. just broke. So I hope they're not glitched out. That could be an issue. Keep charging them down. Crap, they're already behind. Engage them. Boys, stop and fire. Stop and fire. Double, please. I really was not expecting any forces out this way. The cavalry regiment behind. Brigade. Jones. I'll be able to see anything that approaches that way. Rally your men. You boys just stop, please. You're done for right now. Get down onto this unfinished railroad. Get dug in. Stop chasing. Interesting little melee right up the top there. This is a little enjoyable. Let's get these guys, and somebody just broke. I don't know why. Let's get the boys back onto the cut. Them should be breaking. Support 2, very good. You have a preponderance of cavalry. Stay on that forward. Need the regiment broken because this one's coming up on the flank. So fire into them, please. Another regiment come behind? Yes, it is. Really? You know, where are you boys back? I know I ordered you boys back. Broken, turn and face these boys. Brigade, here you come. Ignore the damn retreating unit. That's something that's got to get worked on in the AI. That's annoying as hell. There's no reason for them to be facing them. Let's get your division commander over here. They got a lot of cavalry just coming all over the place. Bottom's got this handled. What else I'm not aware of? Doesn't look like. They just sent their cavalry out ahead. Carolina Junior reserves are broken. The boys are caught in a crossfire. They won't last long. More cavalry coming behind them. They did have almost 10,000 cavalry, so... Hampton's Legion, 1st and 3rd Battalions. They are decently armed. Boys to reform, please. I don't think we're going to see any more action up there, but you never know. There's even more cavalry. Alright, we're going to pull Pamlico Brigade off of that crossing point. We have enough troops down there. We shouldn't need them there. They will shift up another brigade from the reserve. That's what I'll do. Louisiana Tigers. I'm going to cover this crossing point. They definitely out firing us. It's not good. Who they're firing at? Here. Still panicked. That's a Rochambeau going on right now. Go at the double time, please. They are rushing more cavalry in. A lot more cavalry in. Battery E, can you range range down there. Come up this way. Let's see. Roll the Washington artillery over here. Honestly, you'd think they probably see all these batteries lined up on the hill and do not want to come that way. Boys, halt, 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 halt. Oh, these guys about to be outgunned heavily. Get the hell up here. What you doing, Branch? After coming down that road too, so they are making their assault down here. Move up the reserve division. Push into them. They are massed up right there. It can cause a lot of casualties. If we didn't have mixed muskets, we can cause a lot of casualties. Artillery's almost shifted. On artillery, let's bring you up also. Trying to mass some guns up as much as we can. Boys, halt, 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 halt. Not shift this battery. All right. Division's moving forward. Closer because of those damn mixed muskets. We're about to break their army. Okay, they sent everybody in here, and it was just basically a slaughter fest. These units are leveling up quite nicely because of this. And that takes pressure off of the Hampton Legion, so they won't get shot up too much anymore. Just a little bit up here, down here. Everything's coming this way. I haven't even looked at what corps these guys. Department of Maryland. Stuff's Department of Maryland right now, looks like. Oh, Department of Washington's mixed in with them. What the hell are you boys doing? Need to rally the men. Rally the men. You need it. Reserve Division gets up. First Delaware Regiment. Somebody just got wounded. Hampton's wounded. Looks like somebody's getting a promotion. And there's the retreat. Just have you boys advance down into the ford. Same with you. We're just going to advance down and cause as much havoc as we can. We only got 4 minutes on the retreat play, really. On your commander's right there, advance. Alright, I guess we're letting these boys go away. Not too bad on the casualties. Just how hectic it was kind of really threw me off a little bit. That's all she wrote. We did not get a long retreat period on that one. Alright, we lost 795 of our 28,103 infantry, 488 of our 3,139 cavalry, 0 of our 138 guns, total loss of 1,283 of our 33,126 men. Took down 1,000 of their 21,000 infantry, 1,900 of their 10,000 cavalry. That's a huge cavalry force. 5 of their 100 guns, total loss of 3,000 of their 32,000 men. We got to do better than that. We can't keep up with the losses. We got to do better now on the losses. Now, let's take a look at the reports. Ruggles Division did not fight except for the Alexandria Artillery, which took down 2 cavalrymen. Laurel's Brigade, Hampton Legion Cavalry did 157 to cavalry. Hanover Light Dragoons did 263 to cavalry, took 8 prisoners for a total of 271. 2nd Virginia did 75 to cavalry, captured 47 for a total of 122. 11th Virginia did 86 to cavalry, captured 22 for 108. Hughes Battery did 7 to cavalry, division total 665. Demi Brigade, Fort Sarah, Demi Brigade fought. I had them all the way down. Maybe someone came across that fort and I did not see it at all. That's got to be what happened. Somebody came down the southern fort and I wasn't watching because that's where the Demi Brigade was. Fort South Carolina did 61 to cav, and 1st Louisiana Special Battalion did 95 to cav. There's a total of 156, or Demi Brigades total. Mountain Division did not get up in time for the fight because they were the reserve I called up. Johnson's Division, D.R. Jones Brigade did 78 to infantry, 55 to cavalry for a total of 133. Ewell's Brigade did not fight. Bonham's Brigade did 214 to infantry, 94 to cavalry, total of 308. And Company B, German Artillery, did 2 to infantry, 2 to cavalry, for a total of 4. Division total of 445. Hampton Legion. I think this is the, North Carolina Junior Reserves did 124 to cavalry. How's it showing me them? It's only showing me that one brigade when I click on them. That's a little annoying. This should be the 1st and 3rd Battalions of the Hampton Legion did 120 to infantry, 512 to cavalry, 8 to artillery, patrol 640. And the Pamlico Brigade did 472 to infantry, 142 to cavalry, 27 artillery, patrol 641. So did less fighting than the 1st and 3rd Battalions, but they caused one more casualty. And I think that's the Pamlico Artillery, or one of the companies of the Washington Artillery, did 5 to cavalry, plus up to 6 to quarter commander. Division 1,411. So it looks like the Pamlico Brigade gets the Grumpy Seal of approval for this battle. Washington Artillery, Battery B did 1 to infantry, 6 to cavalry, 7. Battery C did 5 to infantry, 2 to cavalry, 9. Battery D, 8 to infantry, 3 to cavalry, total 11. Battery E did 8 to infantry, 3 to cavalry, total of 11. Batteries A and D did 23 to infantry, 44 to cavalry, total 67. Division total 105. Virginia Reserve, small numbers all over the board. Division total is 60. Our commanders, I think we only just lost Hampton. Was any of his commanders? No. So we lost 1 division commander wounded. Let's see what we got from the Federals. Like, for all that fighting, does not look like we got Irish Legions raised already. Shouldn't be raised already. Okay, wounded Brigadier General Cook, wounded Colonel Otis. And we got 2 of their officers and 1 of ours wounded. All right. I'll close out here and I'll see you all at the newspaper map. Victory at Manassas Junction, or Second Battle of Manassas Junction. General Johnson becomes a national hero, and Lieutenant Colonel McGregor, federal, loses face. Battle of Manassas Junction ended with the Department of Maryland retreating in panic, along with the Department of Washington. Should list both commands. My command has earned us a total victory, the enemy army running for their lives. The enemy reportedly suffered total casualties of 2,972 men. There are 423 killed and 578 captured. Their morale is believed to be stable. Our casualties total 1,283 men, 192 killed, 169 missing, and the rest were wounded. We captured 1,228 rifles and 3 guns from the battlefield and sent 552 soldiers off to our prison camp. I think we wanted to upgrade that thing sooner than I initially thought we did. Alright, so somebody's got to replace Hampton, and I don't want the AI choosing it. Let's take a look at his division officers. Gary. Looks like a branch might be up. I think I'm going to promote branch to this command. I'm going to try and only promote division commanders from their home division. What about this guy? No. What I will do... That's a South Carolina, and this is North Carolina. He's a volunteer, so he can't take command of the... I was thinking about promoting the captain because the artillery officers never really get promoted. I was thinking about promoting him to command of the Pamlico, but he's a volunteer. He's from South Carolina. It's a North Carolina unit, so he cannot have it. All right. Who's getting command? Pender. Kirkland. Pender's artillery, so I don't want to use him, but he is the next most senior man. So we'll promote him. Get command of that brigade. Replace you with Ranch. Oh, States' Rights Gist doesn't have a job, and he's a brigadier already. I said I was going to give it to Branch, so we're going to give it to Branch. Just have to keep in mind I do have a spare brigadier right now. So in case I need another division commander, like say Chatham's got to go. States' Rights Gist might get his command. Get this one rolled off. I'm going to try and push this through for the next 2 days. Hopefully we don't get another action. Though we just might. Looks like we're going to have another action before 2 days are over. I want to open up the next episode with the October monthlies. I might be opening it with a fight. I'm on this depot 8 more days. They're probably coming down to seize the depot we're constructing. How's our siege going? Still in our favor. Alright. Taking a little more casualties than I would like. But basically once this this fight's over, the Department of the Army of the Peninsula is going to be getting disbanded. And I'm just going to retain the Department of Norfolk just as like an emergency force that I can shift around. Actually, what I need to have them start doing is building a... Let's bring them out to Salem. I want to start building a telegraph connection out here in Western Virginia. So we're going to bring them over to Salem. Kind of use them as the engineer corps. Right at Carrollton. Will you be in range to support? Doubtful. Let's force that march. I don't like using forced marches, but you got to do it sometimes. I think they're going to be just out of range of supporting. They might be there in time. Yes, they will be. They got 24,000 men. We only have 13,000. Okay, that brings us almost to par with the cavalry involved. Force march. All right, September 30th. So I think we'll end this right here. We're going to be opening up with this battle here. I just don't want to have to go into the battle, save it, and reopen with the battle. Yeah, I think we'll save it right here. So once again, if you're a new viewer, returning viewer, you're not yet subscribed, please think about hitting that subscribe button. If you do, remember that bell icon so the next video comes out. like a brigade in one of my armies, please let me know in the comments below. Type of unit, state it's from, weapons, uniforms, officers, and I'll oblige on all counts if possible. Just remember, with officers, it's first come, first serve. So if the officer is already assigned to a viewer unit, you will not be getting it. I'll give you the next available commander, another one of your choice. If you are submitting stories for your force, for your particular brigade, regiment, or battery, please join the Discord and put those stories into the Discord server on the Unit Stories tab. As always, don't forget to bayonet that like button, butt stroke that comment section, and I will see you all at the next episode. Stay grumpy.